I was shocked when I was diagnosed. I had a double mastectomy and then I started chemotherapy. I'm only 35. I had to take drastic measures.
There are 3 common Ashkenazi Jewish mutations. When a woman's been diagnosed with breast cancer, an Ashkenazi woman, before the age of 50, the risk of having one of these mutations goes from 1 in 40 to 1 in 4.
When we first made these observations about 10 years ago, our first application was to take genetic testing to families. Really, the focus was on prevention. Now, 10 years later, with the support of the foundation, we're taking this information for the first time right to the woman newly diagnosed with breast cancer.
So that we can identify patients at the time of their initial consult and offer them genetic counseling on the spot.
Everything just moved so quickly.
We're giving the results back within a week for the participants in this study, and that's in time for them to use this information to make a surgical decision vis-a-vis their breast cancer.
I'm lucky. I mean, for everything that happened, I'm lucky. And I've said that through the whole thing, because if I didn't fall into meeting Sherry and I had to wait, I probably would have opted for a lesser surgery.
What we feel is important is that the woman have the information prior to making the decision.
It's empowered me to make educated decisions for treatment. I have 3 children that I'm not going anywhere if I have my way.
Trickle Up is an international microenterprise organization. We provide grants, so it's seed capital into the hands of very low-income people. With the Jewish Women's Foundation of New York, Trickle Up was able to invest in the Bukharan Jews, women who were struggling in this country to get a start for themselves. Nina runs this home-based childcare center. She came to this country as a refugee. There was violence, her children weren't safe in the schools, and she left to make a better life for herself. She may not have a strong credit history, may not have a lot of collateral, but she's out there making it happen. If I were to tell you that any business after 3 months had a 25% boost in profits, that would be impressive. Well, that's what an entrepreneur like Nina experienced. To be able to make a direct impact on an individual's life and make an immediate change. It's a pretty great opportunity.
When the Jewish Women's Foundation came forth and said, this is an issue, this is an area that we are interested in, we said, this is an area that the community needs.
He was enraged, and he came and he shoved me, he screamed at me.
He pulled me by my hair into the tool room on the due date of my pregnancy and ordered me to clean it.
And he then slid his thumb into my neck and into my jugular vein and just pushed as hard as he could.
It was so not real, because Jewish families don't have the cops show up to find out why there's been screaming and thumping of things falling downstairs. Jewish families don't have that.
Jewish families, the women stay longer in relationships.
My Judaism tells me that I'm supposed to keep Shalom Bayit, the peace of the house, that it's my responsibility.
The Jewish Women's Foundation funded WJCS, Treatment Center for Trauma and Abuse, to do outreach in the Jewish community, to go out to synagogues and JCCs in Westchester County and present a program on domestic violence in the Jewish community. This is a silent issue that needs to be made loud and public so that someone can say, I need help, and not feel embarrassed.
Think long and hard about sacrificing the rest of your life, you know, just for a man to say, I release you. We should release ourselves.
I don't think we could have done it if we didn't have the Jewish Women's Foundation.
The grant really made it possible completely in every way.
The foundation giving the money for this book is such a mitzvah.
Because of their generosity, other people stepped up to the plate, and we were given another grant to now go and promote this. They are planting a seed, and from there, who knows what can happen.
I just feel like I've been given a new life at 69. I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world.
You don't know what a great thing this is. You really don't know until you experience it. Thank God. I'm not going anywhere. Not that I know if I would have anyway, but it made it a lot easier to know what I had to do to stay.
If you make a difference in one person's life, and in this case it's extreme, if you save a life, it is as if you've saved the world.
Since 1995, the Jewish Women's Foundation of New York has supported projects across the U.S. and in Israel that address a broad range of issues. It's about making long-term impact, about giving women and girls the ability to imagine what their future can be.
I'm independent and healthy.
I'm proud to be a strong Jewish woman.
I will be a role model for Jewish girls.
You imagine a better future for us.
Your vision will help make that future a reality. For me.
For me.
For me.
For us.
Vital issues, real impact. Take your seat and join us. Imagine how together we can change the world.